The same companies will show up in different product markets. I honestly believe it'll take us less than 30 days. Pretty hype about that. DLA is asking us to bid on stuff, so that's a good sign. What's going on, hustlers? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Day Cantave, and today is episode 4 of our $100,000 government contracting challenge. Before we get into the video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you're enjoying this journey, if you're enjoying watching us kind of go through the process of winning $100,000 worth of government contracts, we're ideally going to try to do it in one contract, but regardless, if you're enjoying it, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. So here we are. Today's day 4. Just to kind of give you guys a little recap of where we are. We've been RFQing via FSC code. We've been RFQing via cage code. And we are only going after stuff that is $25,000 or more. So we have since exhausted all of the solicitations that are within the 5 or 6 FSC codes that we were going after. And then we RFQ'd for all of the solicitations that were within those parameters, $25,000 or more within, the ideal product markets for the cage codes that we were looking for. Did I just trip up? Did I say cage codes twice? I meant we exhausted all the FSC codes and we exhausted all of the cage codes. Now, the really cool thing about this is after you've done, the same kind of pattern recognition for so long, you start to realize the same companies will show up in different product markets that are kind of like related to each other, right? So for instance, I'll tell you guys what I'm doing. I'm doing aviation specific stuff. And the Boeing company has multiple different cage codes, but I was only doing the cage codes for like 2-3 different product markets. And then the cousins or related cage codes manufacture products for the cousins or related FSC codes of those product markets. So that's currently what we're doing right now. And my focus is shifting just a tad bit on the goal. So we know that we have a 5 to 10% success rate when you're starting out from zero with no past performance as a new business. And basically, even though I'm still bidding under my previous cage code, I'm bidding on stuff that I'd never bid on before, so I don't have any past performance underneath those cage codes. And this is a whole new set of contracting officers that have never done business with me. So it's basically like I'm starting from scratch here. So knowing that 5 to 10% success rate, the goal is now to submit 100 bids. The goal is now to get 100 bids in and submitted by the end of this challenge. And that's going to accomplish 2 things. One, it's 100% going to get us to a $100,000 goal within the allotted time frame. Realistically, we want to do this within 30 to 45 days. Like, that's the goal. I honestly believe it'll take us less than 30 days, but also having in 100 bids, that's going to be stuff I'm going to be winning. It's January right now. That's going to be stuff that I know I'm going to be winning in February, March, and April. So it'll give me like a nice little flow of cash there. So without further ado, we're going to get right into bidding today. Let's take a look at what we've got in our inbox. Let's see how many quotes we've gotten back from our suppliers. I saw a little bit at the end of yesterday's video kind of come in, but I didn't attack them because I was kind of like brain rotted, honestly. We're going to pull up our email here, and one weird thing that I've encountered thus far during the challenge is Safari is better for some things on my Mac, and then Chrome is better for some things on my Mac. So in terms of like the emailing and like the uploading like of files and stuff like that, Safari is far superior, but in terms of like doing like my market research and stuff, Google Chrome is just a million times better. So on my actual like Mac screen right in front of me here, I have Safari, and then on this monitor right here, I have Google Chrome. So let's kind of take a look, and I will give you guys a number. So the goal, we want to get 40 RFQs out today. So I see that we've got a response, but it's a no quote, another no quote. So we've got 25 emails, new emails in our inbox. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 4 responses with labels. We have some solicitation notices, meaning that none of the quotes that were submitted for these solicitations were selected as winning quotes, so we're probably gonna have to go back in and adjust those. So that's a good sign to know that nobody's won them. we have 3 requests for evaluation. So we've gotten 3 revals now, so we're gonna have to check and see the value of those. But I know that at this point we are currently over $200,000 worth of revals. And the good thing about a reval, it means that we are being considered as a finalist for award. So it means that there's no more than 2 other companies outside of ourselves that are being selected as like a finalist for this contract. So that means that we are hot on the trail of our first one contract. And then we also have to check the award page on Dibs and see if we've won anything, because now it has been 4 days since we started this challenge. So let's see if we've won anything. So I know my editor was like, "Oh yeah, like can you get a screenshot? Can you get a screenshot or a screen recording of it?" And I am able to do it, but there's like some proprietary information that could show up on my screen that I'm like not allowed to do. I can show you guys screen recordings of the contracts that I win, but there's other contracts on here that, you know, you guys aren't really allowed to see for the protection of, you know, somebody's name or the supplier's address or something like that. So if something does come up, I will just flip the camera and I will show you guys. So let's see. I am going to get to RFQing, and then I will check in with you guys as we start to find promising things. Okay, all right, we're back. I'm probably gonna get copyrighted for that, but whatever. I don't really post on YouTube to get monetized anyway. So we are now currently at 14 or 15 RFQs sent out today. The goal is to get to like 30 or 40. We went all the way down to the solicitations that were in the $25,000 range out of those last 3 FSC codes. So I'll show you guys really quickly the cage codes that we have right here. These are all of them, right? So these are all ones that I wrote down today as I was RFQing. So now we're gonna pivot to that one. And yeah, it's been a bit quiet today in getting RFQs back. We still have to check the award page again, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got 12 cage codes. So we're gonna throw those in there and we're gonna get to work. It's day 4. We're getting grimy. This is the stuff that people don't like to do, the stuff that people don't like to see. I got my Jeff Gordon hat on because we're going speed racer fast through this, but it's time to keep it rolling. We're halfway to our RFQ goal. Hopefully we get some quotes in. Let's keep it going, baby.
2 hours later.
All right, what's going on, hustlers? We're back. So if you're wondering why I'm now in my bathrobe, well, it's because it is now the evening. And I took a break from working to go do my 7-mile threshold run. And then I also went to the gym and got my lift in, my leg day lift. So yeah, while I'm doing this, I'm also in prep to run a sub 3-hour marathon. For those of you guys that don't know, a sub 3-hour marathon requires me to run at a 6 minute 50 second per mile pace. So that's kind of what I'm balancing right now. But we're back. So let's talk about the final stats for today. So we sent out 22 RFQs, and we are going to end up submitting 6 bids today. So those are our final numbers today. And then we do have to respond to those revals. However, we did get something very, very cool on one of these solicitations that we had previously bid on. I guess it closed and ended up getting reissued. The contract specialist, I can't say his name, but he's from DLA Aviation. He reached out to me, actually sent me an email and said, "Please review the attached solicitation. Let me know if you're interested in bidding on this. If so, please send me your certs and labels as well." So he sent that to us this morning. So pretty hype about that. DLA is asking us to bid on stuff, so that's a good sign. They know that we're out here. So pretty excited about that. I'm gonna submit a bid for that. So I guess realistically we're submitting 6 bids today. Before we end this video off, I had to come back and remind you guys, or I had to be transparent with you guys and tell you something. This is actually, the request that I got to bid on something again is actually for something that I've already won. So I searched up the NSN number in my email to see. I was like, yo, what's good? And I was like, have I ever bid on this before, kind of thing? because I thought this was it's manufactured by a company that I requested a quote from 2 days ago, and then I threw in the NSN number, and it turns out that they're actually asking for something that I previously won. So I'm gonna go back to my OG source and see what's good with them. So that is a wrap. We're gonna edit the unsuccessful bids that we submitted that we received emails on. We're gonna respond to those revals, and then we're gonna bid on this contract that Mr. He Who Shall Not Be Named asked us to bid on. So that's all for episode 4, I think. Episode 4 of the $100,000 worth of government contracting series. I will see you guys tomorrow. And not only am I looking forward to your success, I'm absolutely sure of it. Let's go print those dollars.